everyone, today we're going to make a drawing of a bird, a special bird called a macaw. So we're gonna make the bird about this big. I'm starting on sort of a half sheet of paper in a little notebook. So it's gonna be about this big, so if you have your paper around this size, you can put your hand here and just know that it's gonna be about this big. So I'm gonna start at the top with a curved line. That's gonna be the top of my bird's head. There you go. And then I'm gonna sort of walk the line down to about, say about here. That's gonna be the bird's back. So I'm just gonna walk the line. When I say walk the line, you can just pick your pencil up, put it back down, just kind of walk it down. There you go. So I'll start over here making the beak. So I'm just gonna do a line a little bit, extend this a little bit. There. And then I'm gonna go over this way, sort of a diagonal wavy line. And then I'm gonna make the beak, which is a nice curved line with a point here. There we go. And then I'm gonna go up and do the shoulder here, like this. And then I'll be walking it over until I finish with the feathers. So there we go. We've pretty much got the structure of our bird very quickly. So I'm gonna do a circle for his eye right here. I'll put a little pupil in there. And then I'm going to do a little bit of just some lines here. This part, it's gonna be white, and then we're gonna color this in, a nice colorful bird. So I'm just gonna do some lines for my feathers, which are just kind of curved U line like this. Good. And then I'm going to do some more down here. There we go. So we're studying the Aztecs in our studio, and birds are very, very important for their culture, for their religion, and they used feathers in a lot of their clothing, headdresses, and even in their paintings, their drawings from the codices that they used to make. So I'm going to finish off my feathers here. So then I'm going to have some feathers going down this way. So there's going to be a vertical line going down like that. Very good. All the way. Then this way. Then I'm going to do something of the claw. So we know that birds have different kinds of feet depending on their needs. So this bird has kind of like the gripper feet. Oh, lost my pencil. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of the claw there. And then I'm gonna have this branch coming through. So it's going at kind of a diagonal, so I can show that it's a cylinder, this branch. And I'll do just kind of a jagged line here. That's the branch. Then just kind of over this way. There. Then I can kind of extend it back behind the macaw a little bit. Like that. Good. Okay, so we've got the basic structure of the bird done, and now we can start to add some color. So I'm just using some regular markers, just using a water-based marker. And once I get the color in, I'm gonna add some water, and it will act like watercolor. So I'm just gonna color the bird. I'm gonna leave that little spot white there, and then that little spot there is gonna be black. So I'm gonna do this like that. So it's interesting, the Aztecs actually have a story where they wandered around until they saw a bird perched on a cactus eating a snake. And that image is actually still shown on the Mexican flag today. So that was one way that the birds are very important for the Aztecs. Another way was that they were represented in many of their gods. So one of their gods is actually the god of sun and war, and the Aztecs believed that a warrior who lost his life in battle would return as a hummingbird. That's an interesting story. All right, so I've just added yellow there. I'm going to do a nice blue here. just adding some nice colors to my bird. There, maybe I'll do a darker blue underneath here. And then I think I'll do that one green there. Do this one green here. And then I'm going to add the water so you can see how the markers flow with a little bit of water. So this is a nice trick if you want to use some watercolor but you don't have any available. You can just use a regular old marker and add water to it, and just kind of gives it a nice flow. And I'm going a little bit outside the lines because I actually like how it kind of just flows out there. Looks nice. Great, so I'm gonna go down to the yellow here. And if I take some of that red, I'm kind of making an orange, right? It's kind of flowing there. Looks pretty cool. And I'll go into the blue. So this looks pretty nice. And the darker blue. Cool. So of course we're gonna paint this brown. And that part underneath here, I wanted that to be black. Just a little bit black right here. Oh, and actually since I've got this, I can outline my bird now with my marker. I'm using like a sort of the thin side. And since it's a little bit wet, it's also kind of bleeding a little bit, the marker, and I like that. It gives it a nice vibrant look. Cool. Wow, looks awesome. Okay, going down here. Good. Awesome. I'm gonna add the brown for the branch here. And I'll probably do that part black so you can tell. It looks like the inside of the tree branch. Just gonna add this here, like that. Good, and I'll use my black again. Go in here. Looking good. Do a little bit of this. A little bit of branch marks. Cool. Then I just need to do its foot. I guess I'll go for yellow for that one. Nice. And now I'm going to label it. And I'm going to write in cursive. So this is the Macaw. So I'm going to start with a cursive M. So just a line like this. Down, down. Then I'm going to do a circle with a line. The A is pretty similar to the regular A. So you're going to give it a tail like that. And I'm going up for the C. So that connects to the A. And then this C connects to the A here. And then I'm going to go for the W, which is a couple of swoops. Swoop, swoop, and then it ends like that. Nice! And then, of course, got to sign it. Beautiful. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Can't wait to see your drawings. Take care.